I think one of the things you've also mentioned before that you've experienced is, product managers and product owners have such a key role within an organization. And because they are they're the bridge between business development and design. And if you've got somebody who's risk adverse and doesn't know how to utilize UX to the full capacity, where you reduce risk, you test things out, and then you stay ahead of the competition by being innovative, not by saying, well, let's not change anything. It works as it is. That's a scary thing to hear from product owners and product managers who aren't trying to push things and constantly improve. Mm-hmm. They just want to keep the status quo, don't rock the boat.
That's why you get impact in, really, is what makes us unique is the fact that we're hardwired for innovation. It kind of feels like it's part of our, dramatic, but it's in our blood, but it's kind of, we want to see real change. And that's why, if you're passionate about UX or anything in the sort of software development, you want to make a difference. You want to make things better. You want to continually improve. And I think that's our mindset. So we're in there and you have to push. You literally have to push the needle all the time.
Yeah, and we're not involved with the political game as much. I mean, we do have to make change from the top up to be effective. I know that organizations that don't have UX towards its seat at the table, or at least the ear with the leadership, then it's just going to be looked as an asset at the end of, okay, great, we've got the idea. Just make the design look pretty. Make our brand colors fit within the app.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're good.
And that's the problem of, what you don't know, you don't know. Like, if you've never been exposed to a good process, you don't know the capabilities of it or, the advantages of it. And in some ways, I think, just like you were saying, a top-down approach, we've often, had to take top-down and bottom-up, because often the meaningful daily change takes place right at the bottom. And that's, right from sort of changing your acceptance criteria for developing something. Like, does it include, UX or a review of something, or, before you're starting development, do you have, UX sign off on something, or, do you have, completing a job, updating the UX team as well to sort of keep everyone in sync. So I think there's a lot to be said for kind of taking both the approaches.
Yeah, I think right now you probably have a bit of a challenge. I mean, how do you help the client understand the value of UX? And, what do you see, I guess, with some of the things that they get wrong when trying to launch a new application or a redesign? What are the things that you've seen as challenges, and what have you done to kind of help it through? Because I know you're constantly championing UX within the client organization, but, sometimes it gets fallen on deaf ears. Sometimes people don't want to hear it.
The problem is, I think, when everyone has established workflows, you're trying to sort of wedge yourself in there and go, look, this is valuable. And until you've proven that, and I think, proving it for a net new client is very difficult versus, converting people within an organization, which, I'm sort of doing on a daily basis. But that's really, you organize a workshop, or you have just a basic working session with a product manager and the client. And, I think just from the questions we asked and the sort of approach that we take, people can start seeing immediate value, because they may have approached a certain subject a million times with a client. And, we take a different approach and we get a different result. And I think that can be refreshing often when they're saying, well, we haven't had that feedback from the client before. We didn't know they could participate like that. Or, changing, in some cases, what could be a negative relationship into a positive relationship just by giving someone a voice, particularly sort of users or clients, just be able to say, well, let's hear you, let's value your feedback. We're giving them sort of a platform to actually, make a contribution to the software they use every day.